here with West Liberty, head coach Ben Hallett, the center, number 2 Bryce Butler on the right side, and number 23 Patrick Robinson, the third on the left. Coach, open up with your comments on the game.
It's not a pretty game on our end of things. I thought it was just sloppy all around, and obviously it's a tough matchup for us. Playing them already twice and then having to play them a third time, and just an uncomfortable feeling going into the game. And I thought we did some uncharacteristic things that we usually don't do with our system and our brand of basketball. And again, we didn't shoot the ball. I haven't seen the final box score, but don't know what we. Thank you. Shoot 7 of 35 from 3, we're probably not going to win, especially with the way we play. And 11 of 17 from the free throw line. I thought they really hurt us on the offensive boards too. I thought they got some crucial offensive rebounds, and not only did they get the offensive rebounds, they capitalized and scored on those. So that'll get you beat in March. Obviously, it's tough because we got some guys that will not put the Hilltopper jersey on again, and I hurt for those guys right now. But again, we got beat with another way around it, and hopefully this will give us some fuel for next year.
Ben, I think close to the midway point of the second half, 11-minute mark, you're up by 10 or 12, 74-62. A chance to maybe put the game away, even though I realized there was a lot of time left. They went on a 10-point run at that time. I thought that was a real tipping point in this basketball game. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of our MO, is we put teams away when we get them down. And we turned the ball over during that span, and we had a hard time guarding 1v1. Again, when you play a team that has that caliber of players, and you do things that are uncharacteristic, you're probably not going to win. And I told the guys at halftime, we weren't shooting well, we were still up 4. I actually felt good going into halftime, and then the wheels kind of fell off there in the second half. And you can put it on me. I'm the coach, and these guys are a reflection of me, but it's just not a good day for us.
I had mentioned to Brian that could have gone either way, and I heard your post-game comments after the Mountain East Championship game. Somebody asked you about hosting regionals, and you thought, well, IUP has a pretty good case too. And I asked him about, could it have been a difference playing on a neutral floor for them? And he pretty emphatically said yes, he would have much rather played you on a neutral floor instead of your home floor. Obviously you'd have preferred to be at home too, but do you think, was there any disappointment that you didn't get that number 1 seed?
I think there was disappointment, but it is what it is. We have no say in it. The bottom line is I didn't have these guys ready to play, and I take losses pretty serious. And I thought we were in a really good state of mind going into today. I thought we had a really good week of practice. We know these guys really well, and once we heard we were going to host it, it wasn't like we were going to have a pity party. It is what it is, and we can't change it. And we just lost a basketball game. It doesn't matter if we played at home, here, at West Virginia State. We lost, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, this is for Pat. Pat, what is it about West Virginia State that makes it such a difficult matchup, and not just for you guys, but for every team in our conference?
They have a lot of potential. They got a lot of scorers, and they're extremely athletic. They don't back down, so a team like that is always hard to beat, especially 3 times in a row.
And Bryce, one of the things that was a big factor in the first half was Pittman getting in foul trouble and played 9 minutes, actually, no field goal attempts, no free throws, no rebounds, nothing. What changes when he comes back on the floor in the second half, and how important do you think that was to the eventual outcome?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, probably their best player overall, but it really just comes down to he brought everything that we didn't, honestly. We didn't have enough energy. We didn't particularly play the best, obviously, but I mean, it sucks right now, but learn from it.
And then, obviously, it's a tough thing to do right now, being 29-3. Actually tied with IUP for the most wins in the nation. Looking back on the season, I have to write this down as success. I mean, you swept them out in these conference regular season, tournament.
The standard here at West Liberty is to win games in the NCAA tournament, and we failed to do that. And it's my job to make sure that happens. And I'm proud of this group, though. You know, these guys really stayed by each other all year. There was not a whole lot of finger pointing when things did get tough. And again, you know, we'll go back to the drawing board. We'll bring some pieces in here, and I know for myself personally, this will leave a sour taste in my mouth, and I'll make sure it doesn't happen again next year.
You talk about, you have a couple seniors on your team, and you talk about those guys leaving, but you have a bunch coming back. Just, I guess, mention the leadership going through this whole season, just the guys you have on your team, the leadership that they brought, game in, game out, week in, week out, especially with, you know, any kind of injuries or things that popped up during the course of the year.
Yeah, I think that the thing that stands out to me the most about leadership is Will Yoakum. This is a guy that didn't play for 3/4 of the year with an ACL. With a torn meniscus, not in one knee, but both knees. And he was really positive all year long, and never, you know, felt sorry for himself or never, you know, pointed the finger at somebody. He was just so into the team, and that's what hurts me is a guy like that just rehabs the entire year and then comes back and plays, and we weren't able to get him a win in the NCAA tournament. And he missed our Elite Eight run last year. He wasn't able to play because of the injury, and I just feel sorry for him. And he's done everything right here. He's done everything right. Everyone loves him, and I just hope I get another chance to coach him.
Done.
Anything else?
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank